spoken light, and so it was, and so it was. It was spoken, it was spoken light, and so it was, and so it was. And God saw the light, and it was good, so good. And God saw the light, and it was good, so good.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to OneShul. I'm kind of Katsira. I'm so pleased to be back here with you again for Shabbat, and so pleased to have the beautiful music of Yael Ilah singing us in tonight. Her new album, it is so beautiful and so meditative and sweet, and just has put me into such a spacious mood tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was the song In the Beginning, and I'm going to post a link in the chat room in case people want to learn more about her album. And for those watching, whoa, that came up weird. Oh no, hopefully people aren't having too many internet issues tonight. But it'll be posted in the description of tonight's service as well if you're watching this later. So let me know in the chat room if you're still having internet issues, various people. Hopefully it's on your end, not my end. So far here, everything looks good. The stream seems to be streaming, but just let me know. Posted the link to the Siddur in the chat room. Let me know if you need it again. I'm going to make sure I grab it so I can post that for you all as well. There we go. Copy that so you have it again. We begin our service, of course, with lighting the candles, and here, at least on the East Coast where I am, the sun has been down for hours at this point, so my candles have long been lit. So I'm going to put a photo up for you for candles, and we'll say the blessing over lighting the candles, which is on page 2 of your Siddur. And as you're lighting the candles, or just taking a moment if you lit your candles a while ago, remember that lighting of candles in Jewish tradition is one of the major ways we signify a transition into sacred space and sacred time. And so use this moment, whether you are physically lighting candles or just taking them pause between everyday life and Shabbat, to move into this space. And it is a common practice to wave hands 3 times over the flames, and for me that is a breathing out the week and drawing in the light of Shabbat. And so we'll do that 3 times, although you won't be able to see me tonight because I'll have the photo up for you. Bruchat Shechina Eloteinu Ruach Haolam Asher Kidshatnu B'mitzvoteha V'tzivatnu Lahadlek Ner Shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Holy One, whose presence fills the earth, connecting us through the sacred connective action of lighting the Sabbath lights. And cover your eyes if you're not, and breathe out the week, and then draw your arms in. Breathe in Shabbat, and again out the week, drawing in the light of the Sabbath, and out the week, and in the light of Shabbat. And let us say, Amen. And Shabbat Shalom. If I say your name right, I hope. Tepinzin? Let me know if I put the emphasis on the right syllable. But welcome, Tepinzin. Shabbat Shalom to you. And I've posted a link to the Siddur in the chat room. And we have 2 different options in our Siddur for meditation on receiving Shabbat at this stage in our service before we move into Lachadodi. And I'm just sort of looking at the 2, and I think tonight we'll use the meditation on page 3 of our Siddur. And Shabbat Shalom and Simcha Devora. And again, if you're just joining us or wherever you are, just take a moment and put your feet on the floor, be comfortable, and use this meditation again as a transition between everyday life and Shabbat. And to use this meditation to think for yourself a bit, or just receive for yourself a bit what Kabbalat Shabbat, receiving Shabbat, means to you tonight. What is it you are receiving on Shabbat this evening? Receiving the Sabbath means receiving a small taste of what the world to come shall be like, a world freed from hatred, fear, and violence, receiving the Holy One's everlasting grace and love, coming together with the tribe, sacred space, sacred place, holy and sacred love, stepping out of time and into the divine, diving deep, deep, deep into the pool of divine blessings, so we may re-emerge overflowing with love, compassion, and bliss, bringing tikkun hanefesh, repair of the soul, tikkun halev, repair of the heart, and tikkun olam, repair of the world, into this world. Lecha Dodi is a mystical chant which is welcoming Shabbat as the bride, the Sabbath bride. And our chant that we're using tonight, the one that I most often use for Shabbat here, is one, as many of you know, but not all, that was created here at OneShul a few years ago during a service where we just played with the idea of receiving, what receiving Shabbat meant to us. And so this was co-written, written by me, but with and for the OneShul community. So I want to invite you, as we sing Lecha Dodi tonight, to consider, what are you receiving this Shabbat? What does receiving Shabbat mean to you? Invite, take in, consider, regard, see, view, experience, incur, find, partake, touch, encounter, keep, faith, celebrate, accept, meet, welcome the Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnecting with our faith. Invite, take in, consider, regard, see, view, experience, incur, find, partake, touch, encounter, keep, faith, celebrate, accept, meet, welcome the Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnecting with our faith. Invite, take in, consider, regard, see, view, experience, incur, find, partake, touch, encounter, keep, faith, celebrate, accept, meet, welcome the Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnecting with our faith. Boikala, Boikala, welcome Sabbath bride with openness and peace, reconnecting with our faith. I want to welcome those who are just joining us for the service tonight. Welcome, Sabbath Bride, for joining us. And if you are wondering in the chat room how to share your name, as you may see others doing, it looks like people already are. I will skip that instruction then. Shabbat Shalom. and we move into Ma'ariva, the evening prayers. And again, here it's really dark outside already, but we are all over the country and also a global community tonight as well. So the sun is in very different places for all of us right now. And so we will move into our evening prayers with the Baruch Hu on page 6 and then into Ma'ariva on page 7. Baruch Hu et habrecha hamavarechet, Barucha habrecha hamavarechet leolam va'ed, Barucha habrecha hamavarechet leolam va'ed. Give blessing to the pool of blessing, blessing to the pool of blessing in all the worlds throughout eternity, blessing to the pool of blessing in all the worlds throughout eternity. Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim. You open up the gates of time, Ma'ariva Aravim. You flow each moment so sublime, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim. You who cycle forth the seasons, Ma'ariva Aravim. You who give life reason, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim. You roll the dark and spill the light, Ma'ariva Aravim. You shine the day and soft the night, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim, Ma'ariva Aravim. And as day becomes night, as week becomes Shabbat, we are reminded that the world is woven in love. And a question was asked recently. A friend of mine was asking, if the Holy One is the heart of love and compassion, why are we so terrible sometimes at being in love and being with those we love and being in relationship with each other? And it made me think of Ahavat Olam, in that while the world may be woven of love and the Holy One is the pool of blessings of love that is the weaving of the world through us, we're just human and we're imperfect and we don't get it right. And that's why, while the Holy One may be of love, the world doesn't always feel like love all the time. And we need to be constantly reminded that it's up to us to do the work of the weaving of Ahavat Olam, to be the eyes, the breath, the body, the hands, the actors, engaging action of the Holy One in the world. That just a source of being that is love and compassion doesn't necessarily make the world a place that feels compassionate. So as we say Ahavat Olam on page 8 together tonight, take it as a reminder into your body, as so many of our prayers are, to use Shabbat to recharge so that we can walk back out into the world and engage the world with love, so we can truly be our soul's greatest potential in the world and weave the work that is the Holy One throughout the world. We say together on page 8, a world love you have woven for your people Yisrael through the sacred threads of Torah and mitzvot. When we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your patterns and will play with the warp and weft of your Torah and mitzvot forever, where they clothe our lives and our days, and we will wrap ourselves in them as days and nights go by. Do not take away your love from us. Blessed are you, Yah Shekhinah Oregat, whose love is woven into your people, Yisrael. And it is this weaving of love that we use to recite the Shema, the declaration of oneness. And we begin with the recitation, L'Shem Yehud Kol Pnei Elohut, for the sake of the unification of all faces of holiness. And it is a reminder that the Holy One appears to each of us in our own way. And that is one of the many reasons that we have so many names for holiness within Jewish tradition alone. And so I want to ask you to share what the name of holiness that you will say your Shema to tonight, and share that in the chat room. So as we each individually say our Shema, it can be a weaving, an interweaving of all the many faces of holiness. And Shabbat Shalom, Mimi. Perfect timing to be joining us as we ask what the names of holiness that we are praying our Shema to tonight. And so let's breathe into our Shema from that spaciousness that we began tonight, that beautiful music of Yael Ilah. And we'll say just the word Shema 3 times, reminding, commanding ourselves to listen, each other to listen, and all of the heavenly hosts to listen. And let's really focus on each letter as we do this. Shh. Shema Yisrael, Tzimtzumai Eloheinu, Tzimtzumai Achat, Rachsham Kol Machuta Le'olam Va'ed. And you shall love becoming the Holy One with all your heart, all your spirit, and all your gifts. These words, these names which you have shared, these words which connect you to holiness on this day, you shall inscribe upon your heart. You shall teach them to your children and speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk on the path, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Tie them as a sign upon your hands, and let them be ornaments between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. And if you listen deeply to the desires with which holiness engages you each day, and love indwelling your Holy One, and serve holiness with all your heart, mind, and spirit, there will be rain for the earth in its time, autumn and spring, and you will gather in corn and wine and oil, and there will be grass on the land so the cattle may feed, and you, all you species of earth, will eat and be satisfied. Be careful that you do not become foolish-hearted and turn to serve gods that separate you from the web of life and bow down to them. For then the way of the weaver will be lost to you, and the heavens will close so that there is no rain, and the earth will not give her produce, and you, all you species of earth, will quickly be lost from this good earth that has been given to you. Therefore, put these words inside your heart and your spirit. Tie them as a sign upon your hand, and let them be ornaments between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Then your days and your children's days will be long on the earth that the weaver promised your ancestors, like the days of the sky over the earth. And what does the second half of the Shema tell us? What is it that it's trying to get us to write on our bodies, put into our souls, through our flesh, on our bodies, on our arms, on our legs, in our hearts, between our eyes, on the physical doorposts of our houses? It isn't just come to services, make donations. It's live right in the world. It's the ultimate original prayer of ecology, a prayer of right living with earth, so that all species of earth will be able to eat and be satisfied, and the rains will come in their right time. We won't flood, we won't drought, we won't famine, we won't starve. It's up to us to live right in the world. And so we take Shabbat each week to step back from the hard work of living right in the world, to rest, to recharge, to recuperate, so that 25 hours later we can re-emerge and continue the work of reweaving the world. And as we see on page 12, we are reminded over and over and over and over and over and over again that we don't do this work alone. We do this work in community, but also we do this work, this weaving of the world is the reweaving of holiness with holiness through holiness. And so join me on page 12 of your Siddur for our Micha Mocha our amazing reminder of our strength and where it comes from, and that we are never alone. In the light or the darkness, if I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if we fly or if we fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. Now, take a moment and think about someone that you know personally, that you've read about, that just comes to mind, that really, 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 really needs to hear this, that needs to be reminded that they're not alone, that you are with them, that we are with them, that the Holy One is with them. And let's sing this next verse to those people. And if you want to share who those people are in the chat room, a name, or who you're dedicating the verse to, please do so. And we'll do this next verse to those people. And then we'll sing for each other with we. And then we'll sing again to remind ourselves. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. Let's sing to the people who need to hear it 2 more times. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, Eitz Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if we fly or if we fall, Eitz Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if I fly or if I fall, Eitz Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. You are not alone at all. We are not alone at all. Feeling called to go a little off script tonight, just a little. And continue the theme of our Micha Mocha. So, if you can stand it, I'll keep singing for another minute for our Amidah. And I want to invite you to rise as you are able, as is your practice, or fall to the earth if that is your practice. No, I'm not going to sing. Hold on, I have an idea. One moment, please, my friends. I am going to turn the singing over to the amazing Shoshana Jedwab, and I am going to let her do the singing tonight. For our Amidah. So, rise or fall as is your practice. Bring your body into spiritual alignment, whatever that means for you, as we listen to our Amidah. As we listen to our Amidah tonight. you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, grandmother. Where you go, I will go. And where you lie, I will lie, grandmother. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, grandmother. Where you lie, I will lie. Your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're my divine. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Where you go, I will go, goddess. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, goddess. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, goddess. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, goddess. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Blessed are you, Yah Shekhinah, who blesses her people Yisrael and all those who dwell on earth with peace. And let us say, Amen. And we move from our Amidah into our prayers for healing tonight. So I invite you to share in the chat room the name of all those that are in need of healing tonight, which may also include yourselves. So yourself or anyone in your life that may be in need of healing tonight. And we will take a moment to think on them as we share their names in the chat room. And we read together on page 22. Eloheinu, Holy One, let us know healing. Let us be nurtured in body and spirit, and weave us into the wings of your Shekhinah. Let our prayers resonate on the strings of the web of life, and know that we are ready to receive healing. Oreget, Shekhinah, Yah, weaver, presence, breathing life of the world. Let all those we named aloud or in our hearts and all those with no one to pray for them, no healing of body, mind, and spirit, swiftly and soon. And we pray in the names of Kirsten, Stephen, Josh, Matt, Stephanie, Shane, Lenore, Mariam Esther, and for all of those impacted by the shooting today in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And let us say, Amen. And on page 24, our Aleinu. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. And in that place of deep forgiveness, in that place between the worlds, we think on those that we have loved and lost. We'll take a moment to consider those in our lives that we have loved and we have lost. And again, I'll invite you to share their names in the chat room.
Birchata v'shirata Eila mikol birchata v'shirata Eila mikol birchata v'shirata.
Giral v'kirash merava Alma divrachir te v'yamlich malchute Mechechon v'yomechon v'ched kol beit Yisrael Ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehe shmei rabba mivrach le'olam omel maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudisha brichu Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata Tush v'chata v'ne'emata da'amiran belma v'yimaru. Amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimaru. Amen. Osa shalom b'imromeha hi ta'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimaru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. And let all who mourn find comfort. And let us say, Amen. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace, and as she brings release, may you give birth to peace. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace, and as she brings release, may you give birth to peace. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace, and as she brings release, may you give birth to peace. May our eyes be your eyes, shining and blessing your people everywhere with peace. Shabbat Shalom. So good to be here with you all tonight. So grateful for the presence of each and every one of you. Deeply, deeply grateful for this community. And in that gratitude, I want to share the link that many of you have. I'm going to post it in the chat room. As many of you know, I think most everyone here is already a part of it, but we have created a special OneShul members-only sanctuary on Facebook. It is a private community that only those who attend our live services are invited to join. We know that some of you watch these later and would like to be with us live, but it's a way for those who begin to build relationships during our live services to get to know each other better. And so I've posted the link. It will be deleted from the chat room in just a few moments. So if you are not currently a member, please right-click to a new tab so you can join now. If you don't join now, email me later, katsira@punktorah.org, or any of the 10 other email addresses many of you know that I have. And after Shabbat, I will get you invited to the OneShul Members Sanctuary. We are slowly finding new and interesting and fun things to do with it, to get to know one another better, and really build the bonds of our community. It is a private, closed community. It is not open to the general public. It is actually a hidden community, except when I open it up for a few minutes to let everyone in a little bit more easily. And I will get everyone invited. Please introduce yourselves when you join in. That way you can meet the other members of the community who may not be here with you tonight. So Shabbat Shalom. We will be back in 2 weeks, Holy One willing, with Kohenet Devorah Kalila, Deb Apple, who is with us tonight, leading services. all things going well. It will hopefully be a lovely, lovely way to end Inauguration Day. We will be doing, definitely, for those who were with us last time with Dvorak Lila, we will do a sound check in advance, although if we have a sound problem again, we'll do a beautiful musical Shabbat again, like she did last time. So keep an eye on the schedule on Facebook for any last-minute changes. Also, if you happen to be a Tumblr person, we now have a OneShul account on Tumblr, mostly right now just posting the schedule of events, as well as a link to the weekly Drosh written by Reb David. And if you don't read those, do. He is unbelievably creative with the drashes that he writes for us. They are amazing bibliodrama often and creative interpretive drashes on the Parsha each week. So I hope you will read those. If you don't, feel free to comment away in Jewish fashion. And much love to you all. Shabbat Shalom. And I'm going to send us out tonight the way we came in with the beautiful music of Yael Ilah from her new album, I Am That I Am, Ayeh Asher Ayeh. And that link I'm also going to post in the chat room for you, so you can find that. Except I just lost you all. There you are. There we go. To let you have her beautiful music that you can listen to on your own later and buy her album after Shabbat to support her beautiful, beautiful work. So Laila Tov, Shabbat Shalom, and I look forward to being here with you all again very soon. Shabbat Shalom.
Being the voice of the lost one.
מחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר